Wow. I know you're probably thinking wow because of my haircut, but no. I'm saying wow because of John Wick 4. Yeah, John Wick 4 was incredible. In my opinion, these movies have gotten better and better with every movie. I thought John Wick 1 was good, but then 2 was better and 3 was better. And yeah, 4 was even better. To me, this movie was divided into two main chapters. There was Japan, and then there was Europe. And then Europe was kind of divided into two little chapters. The subchapter, or two chapters. The subchapter of Berlin as like an appetizer, and then Paris. And of course, it's a John Wick movie, so we have a couple of scenes in New York thrown in as well. So with Japan, it's mostly for setup at first. There are some good fights, for people that have never seen John Wick before. The fights are very impressive, but they are not like the fights we see in Europe, let me tell you that. In Europe, this movie just kicks into high gear. In Berlin, it's like an appetizer. It's a great action sequence, beautiful, great, stunning, but it's an appetizer compared to this Michelin star, full course meal of the action in Paris. The action that we have in Paris, to me, is not only the best action I think I've seen in this franchise, but I think it's literally the best action I have ever seen, flat out. In particular, there's two different action sequences that really stand out amongst the crowd, and what I like is that they are very different. One of them is more so about the angle it was shot at, which is just breathtaking. I've never seen an action sequence, let alone a, movie shot like that. And on the other hand, you have this other sequence which just takes place in an area where it's just like, how did you film that? And it's so stressful to watch. It's suspenseful. Your eyes are just glued to the screen. And another plus is that in these sequences, you have a lot of like action callbacks to the previous John Wick movies. Your favorite action moments from these previous movies will probably show up in some sort of capacity in John Wick 4, whether it's once or whether it's a lot more than once. And then there's the cast. Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves, but I also really loved Donnie Yen in this movie. He's become Hollywood's go-to blind fighter. He was in Rogue One as that blind Jedi, and now he's in this as a blind fighter. I think he's even better in this than he was in Rogue One. You have the former characters as well, who are great per usual. Lawrence Fishburne, Ian McShane, and the late Lance Reddick. Bill Skarsgård and the rest of the characters I'm about to name, or actors I'm about to name, are new. But Skarsgård plays the villain in this movie, and you absolutely hate him, but you love him because of how hateable he is. You're supposed to hate him. Hiroyuki Sanada was in there only for a little bit, but his character I found pretty compelling. Shamir Anderson as Mr. Nobody I found to be a really good character. I think there were a few moments where he sort of was the audience's character because he was watching things happen and reacting in the same way the audience was, and I just found it hilarious. And finally, you have Rina Sawayama, who I found to be really good. She wasn't in this movie for long, but I do look forward to possibly seeing more of her character. Also, I need one quick shout out for the lighting in this movie, especially in the Japan sequences. This lighting was immaculate. In these John Wick movies, they keep calling him the devil, the Baba Yaga, the boogeyman, but you don't see that. You see that in his killing, but you don't see him as the devil. But here, there's one part where they light Keanu in this red light, and he looks like the devil, and it's just like, holy shit, they're right. So yeah, as you can tell, I thought John Wick 4 was incredible. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, but how about you guys? What did you think of the movie? I want you all to let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.